everybody, it's Wendy and I am here today with Jessie James Bead to unbox the Let's Be Mermaid kit, and it says Siren, so really pretty beads inside here. So I'm just going to open this up and we have all kinds of goodness. So we have got some large, really pretty plum colored pearls. We've got some cool drops here. These are like, I don't know, irregular, or not irregular, but just kind of organic looking. They're not so uniform. Really cool little drops. We've got some really pretty little ceramic beads here. We have some mermaid tails, and I have there's 4 in here actually. I have one set aside because we're making a pair of earrings and an anklet today. And I've already made one of the earrings, so I'll show you that here in just a minute. But there are 4 little glass mermaid tails in here. Really cute. We've got 4 of the mermaid glass beads. I love these. I think they look like they have lights inside of them. They're so pretty. Oops. We have some kind of a grayish plum colored pearls. Like an electroplating on them. Really pretty. We've got some glass oval beads. We have some black bicones. Looks like a 6mm. Okay. We have these disc. I don't know what these are called. They're kind of like really sparkly rondelles, but they're disc shaped. If you can see, they're flat on the top and the bottom, and I love them. I just think they're so sparkly and pretty. We have some regular rondelles here, like an 8x6, or maybe these are 6x4. These look more like 6x4. Pretty, very sparkly. We've got these little seed bead loops that are really cute. 4 of those. We have 2, there's another one on the earring that I'm going to make, but 2 of these really pretty rhinestone large hole beads. We have some large bead caps and some smaller bead caps. There they are. We have some stick pearls. We have some rhinestone rondelle spacers here. And then we have some charms. We've got these 2 little seashells, these 2 conch shells, and 2 starfish. Okay, so this is such a really cute set, and I forgot our encouraging word for today. It is learn to dance in the rain. And I thought, since we were doing mermaids, rain, water, you know. Okay, so here is the little earring that we're going to make today. It's kind of a spiral wire little earring. And we're going to make an anklet to go with it. And we're going to use some of this really pretty chain reaction. This chain reaction has like it's like a capri blue, but then it has kind of a purple plating on it. So it's really pretty. Okay, so you're going to need, for the earring, we'll do that first. You are going to need, and of course you're going to need to double everything. I've already made one, so I'll just show you what you're going to need for the second one. You're going to need a mermaid tail, a large hole bead, 2 of the small bead caps. There they are. 2 of the bicones. I have a fishhook ear wire. I have a jump ring, 1 eye pin, and some 20 gauge wire. This is just a 20 gauge artistic wire in silver. And then I have a Sharpie, and this is one of the, not the big fat Sharpies, this is one of the smaller, finer point Sharpies. It doesn't matter about the point, but the diameter is what I'm wanting the Sharpie for. So we're going to use it to wrap our wire. And that's everything you're going to need for the earring, okay? And then, of course, your tools. Now, for the anklet, we'll get to that here in just a second. So the first thing that I'm going to do is make my little middle piece here for the earring. So I'm just going to take my eye pin and I am going to put my bicone on, then my bead cap facing down. So it's down over the bicone and then the large hole bead. And as you can see, the bead caps kind of fill in these spaces on the large hole bead. The next bead cap facing up and my next bicone. So here's what I've got, just like this. Now I'm going to take my wire and I'm just going to wrap it around my Sharpie. And, oh, I'm sorry, I meant to say this is about a 6-inch piece of wire, a 5 to 6 inch piece. It's totally dependent on your own creative control, how you want it to look. But see, I have 3 loops here. So I'm going to do, by the time I get my my little circle or my loops turned under here, it'll leave me about 3 loops. So it's about 6 inches, 5.5 to 6. Okay, so I'm just going to turn a very small loop here. Okay, and actually I did not need to put this on first. I needed to do this first. I'm so sorry. So go ahead, take that off and do this. Put your head pin through your little loop that you just made. I'm so sorry. I got ahead of myself. And then we're going to put all the beads back on, just the same way we had them. Okay. Totally got ahead of myself there. All right. So there they are. Now you want to push these down kind of tight. You don't want them to be loose, but first of all, we're going to make our second little hole here. And again, very small. Just like that. And you're just going to take your head pin and just, this is a little fiddly, and I like to turn this in just a little so it's a little easier to get to. But we're just going to take it and put it right through there, right above our little bicone, okay? Now don't worry about this wire right now. You can adjust it in a minute. The thing that you want to worry about is that you have all your beads nice and tight down within each other. And then you need, see my bigger bead down here is not setting down. I've got to push them all down. And you may have to bend your wire around just so that your beads can nestle down into each other. Like if this wire's in the way right here, we want to scoot it out of the way. We'll fix the wire in a minute. But just get it out of the way. Get your beads all down where they belong, tight together. And we're going to do a wrapped loop. So pushing this down and holding it, I'm going to turn this 90 degrees. I'm going to grab with my pliers and come up and over and go all the way under around and make the loop. Okay, then I'm grabbing with my bent nose pliers here, and I'm going to grab with another set of bent nose pliers, and I'm just going to wrap several times around this head pin. Okay, I'm going to straighten that up, and there's what I've got. So I'm going to cut off the little extra here, tuck this in, and you should have everything nice and tight. Now, see how it looks crooked? We're going to fix it. We're just going to take the wire and just bend it, scoot it over here. Just make it go however you want it to go. And see how that matches pretty well? So now I've got my little piece here, and I'm going to take my mermaid tail, and I am just going to hook it right onto the bottom of the eye pin. Okay, just like this, right on there. Close it up. And there's what we have. And now we just have to hook our fish hook on top and we're finished. These little earrings are quick and easy. Just like that. And there it is. So I think these are a super cute little pair of mermaid earrings. And now we're going to make a little anklet to go with them. Okay, so using the same set, and I've got this chain reaction here, I'm going to undo this chain reaction from the little ring, but I'm going to leave this ring on here because we're just going to use a lobster claw for the closure. So any lobster will work. And I've got some ball head pins out here to make some dangles. And I've got my mermaid set. And you may need some jump rings as well. What you need to do is you need to measure your ankle. So my ankle is about 7.5 inches. So I'm going to take my ruler here. And right here at about 7.5, I'm probably going to go up onto the 8 mark. And we can hook some jump rings. Actually, no, I am going to go 7.5. Let me measure my ankle again. I just want to make sure. Okay. So it, actually, no, it's more like 9. I'm glad I remeasured that. Okay. Well, that works out good. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the chain reaction, and right here at the 9mm mark, or 9-inch mark, I'm just going to go ahead and take this piece off right here, okay? I am going to hook my lobster claw directly on. I think actually I'm going to hook it on with a jump ring. So I'm going to close this little jump ring up. It's tiny, and I'm going to go with a little bit bigger one. And I'm just going to hook this directly on. There we go. So I like these to be fairly tight on me. I don't like them to be flopping around too much. And we're going to be doing some dangles on this. So you want to go ahead and measure. Make sure. So I'm going to hold it back up again. And yeah, that is pretty much perfect. I don't know what I was thinking. But that's pretty much perfect for me right here. So once you've got that cut to your desired length, we're going to pick out what beads we want to use. Now, I'm probably not going to use these really big ones because they'd just be a little heavy, and so would the ceramic ones and these glass drops. I mean, with an anklet, you kind of don't want it to be too heavy. Probably not going to use these stick pearls either. So, we have a couple of mermaid tails, which I do want to put on here, dangling down. And then we have all of these really cute charms. And I do want to get them on here as well, if I can. I wish they were silver. They're gold. But that's okay. I do like to mix metals too, but I kind of wish they had a silver tone to them instead, but no biggie. Let's see. Let's do this one over here and this one over here maybe. Okay. So the thing with this chain reaction is you can see it's got some really pretty longer pieces in there, but we're going to need to be able to hang just from these loops. So I need to figure out, I know I want to use these, I really like these disc beads. They bring a lot of sparkle, and I would kind of like to pull the bicones in too because they're in the earrings. And these rhinestone rondelles, because that will kind of pull the earring design in. So, let's see what I want to do. These are really pretty too, these pearls, and so are these rondelles. Everything's really pretty. So I'm just going to kind of look here and see how many. I have these two little rings. I have this could hang from here. I'm just trying to see how many rings I have that I even can hang things from, because I really want to use everything. They're all so pretty. These little pearls are pretty too. Let's see, what am I going to put the rondelles under or in between? They kind of need to go in between two things, I think. Or we could do like a bicone, a rondelle, and one of these. I kind of don't want to layer too much because these are small little, you know, they're just small little areas. Let's see, let's do one of these mermaid beads. I don't know, I may not use these rondelles in here. They may not work out for this actually. Maybe better just to use the little sparkly guys here and the bicones. So let's look and see what we got. Here's another sparkly one. Yeah, I think actually this is going to look better than trying to use the rondelles in here because they really, you need to layer them with a couple things, and I don't really think that they're going to look right layered with a couple things. So this is looking pretty good. We have all these. Okay, so let's see what we can do with this, and if I need to add in more, I can. So we want pretty much to have a little dangle for each loop or each little jump ring that we've got here. And so you're going to need to pull out some silver jump rings, and you want these to be kind of small. I don't want mine to be huge. I put all my jump rings together in one container. I know everybody's like, I can't believe you do that, but it works. Works for me. So I'm just going to pick out my little ones. I have some 4mm here, and they're a little bit thicker gauge, so I think they will work really well, just for the security of having these things on here. Some of them will just attach directly on like the charms, and then some of them we will put on the head pin. So there's a bunch of jump rings. Okay, let's put these back. There's another one. All right, so for these guys, the little charms, I'm just going to hook them directly on. And I kind of do like the pattern that I've got laid out here. It's not repeating. I didn't want anything like 2 or 3 things repeating together. So let's go ahead and start just putting them on. Now it's kind of important when you're doing this to try to keep your chain laying flat the same direction, because you want all your charms to hang, your little charms and dangles to hang in the same direction. So it's good to pick it up, lay it back down, and just make sure that everything's kind of laid out flat. And you need to do that 2 or 3 times probably. I'm really wanting to put these in here, these rhinestone rondelles. Let me see if I could do a bicone and a rhinestone rondelle. That doesn't look bad. That doesn't look bad at all. And that doesn't look bad. I just don't want to have too many, you know, too long of dangles here. Let's see what this would look like. Actually, those look pretty good. I'm probably just going to do this. Okay, so I'm going to make a wrapped loop. 90 degrees there. I am going to go up and over. I'm going to come under. And then I'm just going to wrap my loop. And I'm not going to hook these on directly onto the chain. I'm not making the wrapped loop really totally for security's sake this time. I'm just making it because I think it's pretty. And I like the ball head pins on here. So I am just going to hook them on with a jump ring. Whoops. There we go. All right, so I'm going to trim him off. Just like that. Make sure he's tucked and you don't really have anything hanging out because you don't want your ankle getting all scratched up. Okay, and now I'm just going to take one of these small little jump rings and I'm going to hook him right onto this dangle, this next little, where'd he go? This next little jump ring right here. Okay, just hook him right on, close him up. Now you do want to make sure these are closed up really good. That's one thing that's really important. Okay, so there's our 2. Now we're going to hang our mermaid tail. I kind of want my mermaid tails. Well, they're not going to matter. It's going to be on your ankle. It's going to be all around anyway. So So I'm just going to hang the mermaid tail on with a jump ring. You know what? I'm going to have to use a bigger jump ring for that. Here one is. I have a couple bigger ones out here. Yeah, the mermaid tails are a little bigger. They're not going to go through those teeny tiny jump rings. Let me use these. These are probably a 6mm. And they should work. Yeah, they will. They'll go right through it. 6mm, 8mm would work. Whatever you've got. Stick it right through there. Whoops. Having trouble gripping things today with my pliers for some reason. Close it right up. Okay. Let's take a look. So cute. It's going to be really cute. Okay. Next we've got this guy. I am just going to dangle him by himself, I think. Oh, he comes right off the ball head bend, doesn't he? Okay, well that may not work. Let's see what we've got. I do have a bunch of the jumper, or the bicones, and I guess I could do him with a rondelle in between, since I need to use the bicone underneath there. Why not? It's the same as the other one, though. That's going to bug me. I don't want it to be the same as this. Okay. So, if you encounter this issue, you could always use a small little spacer bead. This one is a slight bit bigger than the end of the ball head pin, so it's going to hold my, rondelle on. Let's put him under here, and then this one. Yeah, I don't really like these just like this. It almost needs, something else on top of it. So I think I'm just going to do it by itself. It doesn't really need a whole lot more, to be honest with you. Let's go ahead and do this. Just making a wrapped loop again. And I did put the tiny little, that's like a little 2mm spacer bead underneath there. That'll just keep it from coming off of my head pin. Okay, I'll trim this up. My nails look awful. I say this in every video, I know, but they always look awful because I'm always doing something like destructive to them. So my latest endeavor has been making concrete mushrooms for my garden, and they're so cute. They're about, I don't know, 7-8 inches tall. And they're made from concrete, and then I paint them, and they turned out so daggone cute, but it's really hard on the hands, and I don't like to wear gloves because I can't feel very well through the gloves, so I can't feel what I'm doing, and it just is really hard. So I get concrete on my hands and paint on my hands, and I try to get it off, and it's just hard. It's the struggle of a crafting life, let me tell you. And I want to try everything I see. I made stepping stones. I made these concrete mushrooms, which are super cute. And then I saw this DIY on YouTube for a concrete, like a tabletop fire pit kind of thing. It's so pretty. I'm going to make it next. So my hands are just going to be crappy looking for the rest of my life. So it's just the way it's going to have to be. I can't help it. I'm into too much. And I had this lady one time, she's like, it only takes 5 minutes to do your nails. And I don't know what world she was living in, but it takes me a lot longer than 5 minutes to do my nails. And then it takes forever for them to dry. So it's just not worth it. And then they're messed up again before I can even, before I can even get them dry and do anything with them. They're messed up again. Not worth it. Okay. So, I'm trying to make sure that all of my little dangles are laying on the correct side because this one's not, and I don't really want them flipping over. It's important that you do this. See how he's there? He's okay. All right. So you just want to make sure that they're laying the right way. Okay. So now we've got this bicone here, and I think I'm gonna. What am I gonna do? I kind of want to do him by himself. I kind of want to do him with this too. Actually, these don't look bad. The bicones don't really look bad with these rhinestone rondelles. but let me see what it would look like if I put this little guy on here. That looks good, and it gives it a little sparkle from this one. Or I could just do that one again and make it matching. Yeah, I think that looks good. And then I have 2 more of these, so I could spread them out down here. All right, let's do that. I don't totally want to make a repeating pattern, but these I can incorporate in here along the way, and I think they're going to look good. Okay, I'll just trim him up. Okay, and I'm just going to hang him on this next little connector. Okay, and again, just picking it up to make sure they're all kind of dangling the right way. Now we need to put this one on. Do I have another? I do have another one right beside that one, but I don't want to use that. That'll be too close. So we're going to go over here. I'm just going to put it on with a jump ring. Whoops. Okay, there it is. Now, I'm just going to continue on down through here, hooking on, you know, whatever, you just kind of do it to your own creative control. Like I'll probably do one of these next. And then, let's see, probably another charm right here. And then I'll probably do one of these guys again with the pearl right there, and one of these, this charm, let's see, this charm will need to go down here, one of the pearl things right here. So I'll probably just fill in here with this one. Okay, so go ahead and finish attaching all of your dangles however you want to do it, and come on back. Okay, so here it is all finished up, and if you've got your split ring still on from the original chain reaction, you don't need to do anything else. You just put your lobster, we've already put our lobster on, and we just clasp it. So here it is. It turns out super cute. I really like anklets in the summer. I just think they're really cute and add a lot to your outfit. So here's the anklet again. Really like it. And then here are the little, whoops, I just dropped one, but here is the other little earring. So I think these turned out great. I love this kit. It's adorable. Again, Jessie James Siren Mermaid kit. I will have a link for it and the chain reaction in the description box below this video if you want to check them out. And yeah, guys, thanks for watching, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and give this video a thumbs up if you like the content, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!